All right, it's chip of the day. This one is from IMSAI. It is a DW01A. Pretty strange part number. WD01A. It is a protection IC for a lithium cell. So I did some videos on lithium charge boards. Let's see, here's one. It uses this 4056 part to do the charging. I'm filming these ahead of time, so I don't know. People commented, "Hey, this might be dangerous to drive your battery. There's no protection in it, right?" So there are better versions. So here's a nice version. It is exactly the same, almost. It has the same part. It has the 4056 on it. Okay. And then this one had a mini USB. This one has USB-C. So I like the USB-C. And otherwise it looks the same, except it's got two extra things on the back end. And it has, guess what? It has a DW01A. That is this little part here, this little 6-pin part. And then it has this funny package here. We'll talk about that in a bit. All right. And you can get them cheap. I think I paid $4.50 for several of them. Yeah. These aren't even singulated yet. So anyway, yeah, I bought a bunch because they were so darn cheap. All right. Let's talk about the part. I think the best place to start is with the block diagram, which is cool. Yeah, tiny little part. But yeah, here's the block diagram. Can I zoom anymore? Yeah, I can. There we go. All right, so it monitors the battery and it does some comparators, right? So it looks to see if there's a short circuit, so the voltage is way low. It looks to see if there's too much current being drawn over current detector. And then there's something that detects whether there's a charge being done. And then there's another voltage thing on the input. So is the voltage too high? There's an overcharge detector. And there's an over discharge detector. So it's really looking at a lot of different things and making sure everything is fine, okay? So this is how you would use it. Here's your battery. It goes into the part. And then this thing looks at some stuff going on here, looks across the voltage of the battery, looks at some other things. It looks at the battery input here. And so this is your cell and this is the output. And if things go wrong, then these lines turn off these FETs. So normally these FETs are both on and the current will flow through this way. This is the negative lead, doesn't matter, it goes through here. And then if either you have an overcurrent or an over discharge or an over thing, it will turn off one of these two. It might turn off that one, it might turn off that one, it might turn off both. So it's really protected well to save this thing, okay? And then if we want to use them all together now, here's the 4056. So we've seen that before. You set the charge current with this resistor. The LEDs tell you whether you're charging or not. And then you add this bit, which is the DW01 and the FETs. And then it just monitors things. And you can see that the battery here, all right, your battery goes here onto here, and then your output is here. So the battery has to go through these transistors to get to the output, right? So if they're off, then the output is not connected to the bottom lead of the battery. So yep, there you go. So this schematic here is basically this board here, okay? So that's what's on it. Okay, let's talk about some specifics. The overcharge condition is if it's more than 4.3 volts. The over discharge is if it's below 2.4 volts. It can look at current. If the voltage exceeds a limit, typically 150 millivolts, so IC assumes there's a short circuit, right? So short circuit detection automatically detects things, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I think it's a cute little part. It's a little bit safer. Anyway, these things are dirt cheap, so I'm not going to buy those anymore. I got a bunch of these, and I'll retrofit some of the things that I've already done. Like I've got this one big cell here, and I've put on this board, so now I can charge it nicely. Then if I want to use this for some application, I can put something like this on it, which is a DC to DC converter. All right, so I can, let's see here. What's a good way to film this and hold it in the right way? That's the minus there. So let me flip these over here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to connect this to the, there we go. Connect this to the two pins that are the output, right? The output here. And it's creating 5 volts. This is a boost converter, a 3.7 to 5 volt boost converter. So yeah, so there you go. This would be an application where this would power up my circuit, and then I would put a power switch here that would disconnect it or reconnect it.